Hey sunshines, this is Shauna, Creative Stitching Diva, your diva, Graphghan queen, and I am here to give you some more Graphghan tea, okay? So if you are new to my channel, this is where you come when you want to get all of your Graphghan tea, your Graphghan knowledge. You want to get in on the know for the Graphghan techniques, color changing, how to do images, graphing, all of the above. This is where you need to be. Come to me, your Graphghan queen. Now, and let's talk about today's video. We are going to go over Fair Isle. Fair Isle, waistcoat, or split single crochet, the stitch that looks like a knit. We're going to go over that today. We're going to talk about whether or not you want to do it, if it's going to be your preference, if this is something that you want to partake in. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's talk about Fair Isle and get your snacks, get whatever you need, because we're gonna have a ride. We gonna do this today, okay? All right, let's not procrastinate anymore. Let's get into the Fair Isle. So Fair Isle is the stitch that look like a knit, but it's crochet, and it looks like little V's. As you can see, it's actually really cute. It's really nice. It's something that I have done. I actually saw a lot of patterns, more hats than anything, hats or maybe wall hangings where they use Fair Isle, and it's really good when you want to do like certain dots, or if you want to make it look scattered. If you want to have that scattered look, this is a good stitch to use. You can also do little knick-knack projects like mittens, or if you want to add it to like a headband, something small. So anything on like a smaller scale, I would try to use Fair Isle. It's also called waistcoat, split single crochet, and I believe it's also it's called the knit stitch split single crochet and waistcoat. So those are the stitches. It's the same exact thing. So if you ever wanted to look it up or learn how to do it, it's the same exact stitch. I don't know why it's called so many things, but it's the same exact stitch. So the split single crochet, waistcoat, whatever you want to call it, it's definitely you're able to do a Graphghan. You're able to put it together and make whatever image you want. You can follow a graph with it. It's the same exact concept as using a regular half double crochet or single crochet. You're able to use the squares and follow the squares, and it's left to like right to left, left to right. It's the same exact way. The only difference is the look, of course. The look is like knit. So if you want to get that knit look, if you want for it to look like, you know, this might be the stitch for you. So I did a little sample. This is a heart, and I made it out of the waistcoat stitch. Okay, you got it. Yeah, there we go. So when I made it, I did it in, this is, I believe, 20 by 20. It's 20 by 20. And I usually use the same exact heart graph for all of my samples. So if you watch any of my past videos, you see the same exact heart, because this is a good sample to use for your practicing. You can also get that sample in my groups, Graphghan and what is it? Graphghan University. I forgot my group. Graphghan University has a bunch of samples. All you have to do is go there, look into, it's on Facebook, Graphghan University, And in the description, I'll just add the link so that you could go in there, click on it, and get some samples and start practicing. And you could practice this because I'm going to show you how you could do it. Practice Fair Isle with the heart and see how you like it and see how it comes out for you. If you wanted to create like a larger scale detailed image and put it on some type of garment or scarf, hat, accessories, this is best. This is actually way better than single crochet when it comes to stuff like that. Now, that's the pro. The pro is I can give you the detailed image because you know everybody loves those detailed images that you could turn into a graph with all the details, the shades, the lines, the outline. All of that can be done and be able to put it on a smaller scale. And that's basically common. Like everybody wants this huge image, but put it on a smaller scale because we don't want to crochet forever, these huge blankets. We don't want to do that. We want to make pillows, scarves, hats, whatever, because it's easy, quick, and simple. And why not better to have a stitch that you're able to add all of that and it's not going to be huge? Fair Isle is the best stitch for that. So I do recommend Fair Isle when you want to do elaborate images and put it on a smaller project. Like, for instance, hats. Samples of hats from other artists that I can show you that basically shows you that you could do so many different images and add it on that hat without the hat being extremely large. I myself did a pattern, and like I said, I'm gonna add that in the description below where you could click on that and you can purchase the pattern. This hat is really cool for Fair Isle, but you could do single crochet, half double crochet. No, I wouldn't do half double crochet because your hat would be a little larger than you may want. So I would stick with Fair Isle. Now, that's the other thing. Fair Isle is a smaller stitch. It's like, basically you're going down from the single crochet. So if you ever wanted to do it, it's like, it'll be the waistcoat stitch, then single crochet, then I think it's extended single crochet, then half double crochet. So it's like levels to this. And each level that you go up, you can create a larger project. But the stitch makes a difference. That stitch makes a difference. So if you don't mind it being smaller, then Fair Isle is for you. You can definitely use it. Now, split. It splits your single crochet, so it's going to give this effect of not a solid line. Like I said, with this, it's not a problem if you don't mind it being small. Whereas with the half double crochet, single crochet, it's a little bit larger. So if you want something smaller on a smaller scale, but a lot of detail, this is for you. But if that's not what you are looking for, then don't use this. Do not use this stitch. This is not for you. But if it is for you, or you want to dip and dab in it, you want to practice, see how you do with it, then I'm going to show you how to do the waistcoat split single crochet Fair Isle knit stitch. I will show you how to do that with my heart sample. Facebook and one of my groups. Hit me up, tag me, and let me see your work. Let me see how you do. I might be able to post you on my pages to show how great of a accomplishment that you're doing and that you're learning the Graphghan techniques. All right, so let's get into learning how to do the Fair Isle. Okay, let's go over Fair Isle knit stitch, waistcoat, whatever you want to call it, split single crochet, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. But we're going to start with splitting the stitch. So basically, when you have single crochet, you know that the single crochet has these two It's like 2 posts right there. And with this stitch, you have to basically split it. Go right there in the middle. So you're basically going in the middle of the V. And how you do that, just make sure that you are going in and you're completing your single crochet lightly. Because if you crochet tight like I usually do, then this is going to be hard. So it's a regular single crochet. You're just splitting it. You're going in the middle of the single crochet, splitting the post. That's all you are doing. And make sure that when you're doing this, especially if you're trying to do it with the Graphghan, make sure that you are able to get it on both sides. Right? So this is basically how it looks when you do it, but we're going to change colors. So I'm going to add gray. I'm going to add gray and show you how I do it. Add my color, chain 1, turn, right? So now I am going to split. This first one right here is kind of hard, but it's definitely doable. You split it like this, yarn over and pull through 2. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to lift this up because this is the back of my work. So I'm going to lift this up and go in the middle of the post, split it like that, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And I am going to continue in that fashion like that. As I'm going, I'm taking my tail of the gray as well as that yellow, only because I have the yellow down there at the bottom. I am taking it with me because I need it on the other side. If I didn't have this yellow at the bottom, I wouldn't be taking it with me. The yellow at the bottom is allowing the color to basically mask. It hides in there. So I don't have to worry about colors seeping through. Okay. So we're going to keep going. And making sure I tuck in those ends. All right. Now the last one. Yarn over, pull up 1. Drop to the front, pick up the yellow, yarn over, make a chain, turn and chain, turn, and here we go again. We are going to go right in the middle like that and keep on going. Now, can I take this gray? Heck yeah. Especially if I'm going to do this effect. I'm going to take that gray, pick it up, put it in front, and go right in the middle. Go right in the middle of the next one. But I'm going as light as possible. Let me cut this. We don't want this in the way. Okay. And we're going to go into the split like that. See? Split. It actually, the more rows you go up, it gets easier because it's splitting. And make sure you don't get mixed up in between the stitches. You want to go in between the stitch, not in between two stitches. Like this right here is in between this stitch and that stitch. You don't want to do that. You want to go in the split of that one stitch. And then keep on going. So after this one, I am going to show you how to do adding the color in between with the heart graph. And with this, you just keep on alternating the colors. But if you add a new color, I will not carry. If you, like for instance, if I add like maybe white on top, I will not carry this. There we go. And then turn. So I am going to, see, split right there. And now we're going to start the heart. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we got 6 of the yellow. We got 6 yellow, and now we're going to add our gray. Go right here in the middle, like so. And then we're going to add our yellow. Now, I kind of do a little trick because I know I need the yellow on both sides, whereas the gray is going to be in the middle, but the yellow is going to be on both sides. And, you know, I don't like carrying my colors. So I am going to take a good portion of this yellow, and I am going to take it and put it. I'm going to take this. So I have half. Take it and make it half. Like that, right? Now take the other end of the half, and this is what I am going to do. I'm going to add it on my project. So this side will be for here, this side of the background, and this side will be for the other side of the background. I'm going to continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's the first row with the heart, right? So now we're going to turn, and we're going to go in the middle and keep going. So now we're going to do 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we're going to drop this in the back because this is the back of our work, and we're going to take this gray, and we're going to take this gray and go into that next one, pull up, and I'm going to also take this tail and crochet on top of the tail. So I'm going in between, and being that this is the back of my work, like I said in the beginning of the video, you have to make sure that you are getting in between. So I am going to pull it up, right? Let's see. Make sure. Let me put that to the side. So I'm going to go in between, but I'm going to look from the front. Put my hook in from the back, but look in the front just to make sure I am splitting it. Okay, and I'm going to do the same over here, making sure I'm splitting like so, like that, splitting it. Okay, so yarn over, pull up a loop, drop that to the back, and we're going to continue with our yellow. I'm gonna add the tail. Okay. Okay, now, there we go. So you have 5, 3, and 5. Now let's continue. Split, split, which I'm going in on the side to split it. Pull up, right? Go in here. I need 4 yellow. And 1 more. Pull up a loop, right? Drop it to the back. Remember, we don't drop anything to the front. Pick up my gray, add it to my stitch. Now we're gonna go in, pick up a loop, and this one has half gray, half yellow, because remember we changed the color, but it's okay because we still know it's the middle of the stitch. And we're going to do the same here and here and here. This again has half because we changed the color. So that's another thing that I want to mention. When you're doing solid lines, this may not be the stitch to use because of that reason. But certain graphs may work. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now the next row we're going to do 3. Go into the side and split that stitch. That's 1, 2, and 3, and make sure that you're not doing this tight. You got to do it as loose as possible. All right, so make a stitch like that. Go into the middle. Okay, and the same here. And you just want to make sure that you're going in. I'm going to continue to crochet that, weave that tail in. Okay. I crochet so tight, I'm trying not to. Okay. Now this one I have to take a look from the front if I'm doing this right. Split it like that. And drop the gray to the back. Pull that through, tuck down. Now we're gonna do 3. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more row and you guys should get the gist of how to do this. Okay, see how it's coming out? Not bad, not bad. Okay, so we're gonna go on the side to split the stitch like that. Then keep going. And, oh wait, we only need 2. We did 3 on the last row, so we need 2. Now we're going to pick up this gray, tug down on that yellow. Now go in like that. And remember, half is gray, half is yellow, because that's where we did our change color on the last one. And continue to go in the middle. Okay, now we're going in the middle here. See, half gray, half yellow. Go in the middle. Now it's time to change. And 2. Yellow, and boom. There we go. And then that's basically how we do the split single crochet. But just remember, it's going to be a little bit shorter and smaller and wider because the stitch is really small, but it's also going to be the same exact length as a regular single crochet and width wise. So that's the only thing you need to be careful of, is it's going to be more smaller than a regular single crochet. Okay, so now that you know how to do Fair Isle, let's wrap this up. Is this something that you want to do? Is this something that I want to do? So this stitch is not for me, especially when it comes to doing blankets. It's just not for me. This is not something I want to do. But when it comes to hats, I think this may be the go-to stitch for me. For me, the hat, I am able to be more detailed with my hats. I'm able to put more descriptive images on my hats. So will I use it? Yes. Only for hats or smaller items like, you know, headbands or something like that, mittens. But I will not use it for anything else. It's not my go-to stitch. But that's the best thing about these stitches. You could use it whenever you want. You don't have to use it for every single thing. I think the thing for me was I did not like doing the splitting it. So make sure you do it loosely. If you're not doing it loosely, it's gonna be hard to like split the single crochet. Also, I noticed that I would have to sometimes be careful missing it, because you will have to see when you're turning it around, it's different on one side than it is on the other side. So you need to make sure that you're looking at both sides to make sure that you're actually splitting the stitch and it looks good on both sides. I also think that it just looks good in certain projects. It gives the zigzag effect. So if that's something that you're looking for, this is good to use. But other than that, I will only use it sometimes on a smaller scale. I will not use it for blankets, scarves, or anything like that. So if you learned something, let me know in the comments. If this is your go-to stitch, put this is the stitch I am going to use. Make sure you go into Graphghan University and on my Facebook, and it's a Facebook group, and get the graph for the heart if you don't have it. And if you are not subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you in on the know of the Graphghan tea, okay? Subscribe and click that bell so that you are able to see all of the Graphghan tea. And if you want to join the Diva squad, hit join right next to the subscribe button, and you can look at the different tiers, see what's good for you. You'll be able to get exclusive pictures, exclusive content, exclusive videos. You can learn how to graph, and you get discounts. You get free monthly graphs, and I am at your beck and call whenever you need. Answer those questions, and I could do that in a video format if you would like. And have a good one. Bye.